What is going on, you guys? Boss Stands Tall here, and we are back with my NXT Season 2. Today, as you can see, we are going to have INFERUS taking on Eddie Colyar. Now, both these guys, they do have currently 0 points, so this is going to be a good match to get one of these guys on the board. Hopefully it's Eddie Colyar, because I absolutely hate this guy. Hate him, hate his enthusiasm. I just hate how he's so happy all the time. He's like 0-2 in competition here in NXT. I don't get it. I don't get what the hype is about. I don't know. I would be very upset if he won this match, but regardless, he's never gonna beat the guy in first place. I think is Ron Zambuto. We're gonna see the leaderboard at the end, but nevertheless, we have him in this competition. We can't get rid of him now because he's already been in so many matches. But if he does not win this series, there's no way he will ever be a part of SG Gaming League. Just because I hate him so much. I don't know, I just hate him. I don't know why. Look at it. Look at it. How could you not hate that? How could you not just despise that like I do? I don't know. Well, anyways, you guys, it is time for Eddie Colyar to come out. I don't know what I was going with there. Eddie Colyar, he's another guy that's he suffered 2 losses so far. Don't ask me who they were to because I could not tell you. But I think entrances in NXT are pretty useless. So I'm probably gonna skip entrances. It just makes the video longer. I mean, they have no entrance music. They have no video. So I really don't know why I do entrances. But yeah. Nevertheless, we got one right now, and I did not take them out for any of this video. So we're gonna have to see Ryan Sacramento's extremely long entrance. It's I think it's Drew McIntyre's entrance, and that's always terrible. The longest entrance of all time would be Drew McIntyre's entrance, but I don't know. I guess I'm sort of looking forward to this match. I'm looking forward to seeing INFERUS lose. I hope he does. I hope Eddie Colyar with the time to roll in the back of his shorts. I gotta get William Regal to interview him about that time to roll. Maybe once it starts getting a little once we get a little bit more into the competition, I'm going to have some of those interviews and cutscenes. But right now, there's really no rivalries that are being made. Besides, I know there was one cutscene. It was Ambrosius. He swatted away Nate Rodeo's hand last week. So we could see that going somewhere. But the sad thing is about this series is that you really can't just put whoever you want against each other. There's levels to this. You have to I really go by, I either do it random, but now that I lost my, my random thing that I use to make random matches, I can't really do those anymore. And so I usually just go by points. But, yeah, so these guys both have 0 points, and I want to get one of them on the board, so I'm gonna, I'm gonna give these guys a match. Next week, though, we will be moving into, tag team competition. So that is going to be exciting. We're going to have 4 guys able to earn points. And it's going to be a little bit different because, if the match is won by submission, or if the match is won by a pinfall, then both the members of the winning team get 7 points. And if the match is won by submission, then both the winning team gets 10 points. So, yeah, I think that's going to be exciting. That is going to be quite exciting. Can't wait for it. And maybe I'll do, the guy who gets the pin in the match will get, 3 extra points. Something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But, anyways, Eddie Colyar with a massive German suplex on INFERUS. And, INFERUS reverses it into a nice headlock there. And just very, very impressive judo throw right over the shoulder of this man. And, the thing about INFERUS is that you really can't tell. I mean, obviously you can't tell who he is, but this guy could be anybody. I mean, I'm not inferring that he is somebody that used to be in WWE or anything. He's just a guy that I made. But the thing about INFERUS, you can't really tell if he's Asian, if he's white, if he's black, if he's Mexican or anything like that. He's not even we can't even tell if he's a real human. We don't see any part of his skin. Those are sometimes those are my best kind of wrestlers that you just. Unless it's Suicide, who everybody knew who it was, and even now everybody knows who it is because they use TJ Perkins as a part of the show now, his real life person. don't know. I do not like Suicide or Manic or whatever they're calling him. But INFERUS is sort of like an upgraded version of Manic. Besides his entrances and his annoying mannerisms, he's sort of like an upgraded version because nobody knows who it is. And so if he were to like win the show, God forbid, then he could just surprise us all and like take off his mask and be this guy that we never thought he would be. But I don't know. I don't know. We will. I guess he'll probably never unmask. I'll probably never make him unmask. But if he ever does, then we will see. Maybe he will. Maybe he'll unmask at the end of the show when he loses. When he loses, because he's not gonna win it. But Colliar's got him in a triangle choke there, and he lets him out. I don't know why that's not a struggle submission. There are some submission holds that like I wish would be struggle submissions. Like I hate those moves that are like they're just like the submission for 2 seconds and he like gets him out of it like it's a grapple move. I hate those. Absolutely hate them. I think they're stupid. Well, that was a very delayed body slam right there. I don't know what took him so long. Is he just not strong enough to lift Eddie? That was like what would happen if like a little guy tried to lift a big guy in this game. Because there aren't real graphics like that, or not graphics. There aren't real how do you call it, weight detection sort of in this game. It just like makes it a little bit harder to lift them when they're bigger. I liked SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 because back in that game, it used to be if you were Chavo Guerrero and you were trying to lift the Big Show, it couldn't happen. Like that was not going to happen for you. Or like so like the Big Show would like realistically beat Chavo. Or like smaller guys like I don't know, you get the picture, like Super Crazy and Psychosis that used to be like trying to lift Great Khali. Or like Irish whip him, and Great Khali would just turn it around into a clothesline. In Royal Rumble matches, that made it so much more fun to watch because the big guys did have an advantage in that match. In this game, the big guys don't have an advantage because the little guys can like toss them around all they want. It's sort of stupid. I don't like it at all. I hope that in WWE 2K14, I haven't played that game yet, so I hope that when I play it, there will be more weight detection like that because. SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 was definitely my favorite game. As far as weight detection. And as far as just everything. Like, I just loved that game. I love the soundtrack. It was such a unique soundtrack. Like, if I'm on Pandora or anything, just like in my just normal life, and I hear one of the songs, like if I hear Animal I've Become on my Pandora, I will just mark out and like, because it's such a throwback to 2006 or whenever that game came out. That was just a good time, and like that was the first real WWE video game I ever owned was SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. So and so I was like introduced to all those guys for the first time, and I remember the only wrestler I knew, like that early in the game, because I used to play it at my friend's house, and so the only wrestler I knew at that point was The Rock because he was in movies. So I was like, oh, I want to play as The Rock, so I would try and play as The Rock, but he was locked. Because my friends hadn't unlocked him yet. Finally get this game for the PSP, and I just unlock everything, and I play the game, and it's fun. It's the greatest thing ever. Good times. SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 is just, those are just good times. Very, very good times. INFERUS or not INFERUS, Eddie Colliard is another German suplex. He's just tossing, beating the hell out of INFERUS, and I'm glad to see it. Just a 1 count. But what else was I gonna say? I think the worst video game, even though they incorporated Extreme Rules into it, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 or 2008 was just awful. Like the soundtrack just like I didn't like the soundtrack at all. It was too weird. I don't know. I didn't like the roster. I thought the roster was really stupid. I mean, they did have like additions to the game that like, but they could have gone way harder. Like in this game, they had like the Attitude Era. And it was like a lot of guys from the Attitude Era. For this WWE like hardcore ECW version of the game, it was like Tommy Dreamer, Sandman, Terry Funk. I think Taz wasn't down low. Taz was in 09. And then like the regular ECW roster, like CM Punk and like those guys. I don't even remember who they were anymore. But yeah, that was probably the worst game. And then SVR 09 was great. I loved SVR 09. When I was like trying to check out the roster, like before that video game came out, and I was like trying to look at the roster and everything, and like I would see that like, because that was the first game that I like got on time really, because I started watching wrestling in 2008, and I would see like, is he gonna make him tap here? I don't care if he does. I'm talking. I would see like, like I got SVR 7 very late because it was already like a couple years old at the time. And then SVR 08 I also played at my friend's house, and that was kind of crappy. But then SVR 9 was a game that I was like really gonna get on time, and so like it was just so cool to see like the wrestlers that I was watching in the game. Like I was so excited to see like Big Daddy V and like Jesse and Festus and Jimmy Wang Yang, even all those guys that were in the game, like Chuck Palumbo, and I was like so excited to play as those guys. And I feel like the excitement is just sort of taken away in this game because you know like who is gonna be in the game sort of, and like there's all this leaked stuff on the internet, and like sometimes the rosters don't measure up. Like that video game had every guy in the WWE at the moment, and then if they weren't in the video or if they weren't in the WWE, they were in downloadable content, or you could unlock them with codes. I remember like Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder. All those guys, you could unlock them with codes, and that was so fun because like you went online, you got the code, and you could unlock them. I think like Taz was unlockable with a code. It was just a fun game. If I could do a universe mode, like for any older game, I would definitely do SVR09, even though they didn't have universe mode. I think the first universe mode was in SVR 2010. I think no, that wasn't universe mode. It was like rivalries were in 2010. And like my WWE, that feature. But yeah, I honestly like if SVR not SVR, if WWE 2K15 sucks, then I'm going to do a WWE 2000 or a SVR 2009 universe mode. I really will. I will do it without a shadow of a doubt. But Eddie Collier hits a super kick on INFERUS. I don't know if that was his finisher or not. I gotta make these guys finishers. But I'm really slacking in those like finishers. Like, I have a few finishers for guys, but I really don't have, I have like a couple, and I didn't really create them. Like, last year I created all their finishers, and it was, it was all cool, and I had like names for them. I had backstories for all those guys. But this NXT, I really don't have any of that. It's just like, it's just whatever. And I will, like, for Season 3, I'm probably going to do something like that. One. Just a one count for INFERUS. INFERUS better not win, because now he's on top. Oh, and Eddie Collier hits a pay dirt out of nowhere. Is that the finisher? I feel like it is. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if he gets a win here. 1, 2, yes, and 3. Eddie Collier beating INFERUS. Thank God. He's earning himself 7 points, getting actually on the leaderboard. I wonder if we had eliminations in this game, or in this season, like fan votes and everything, I would honestly eliminate INFERUS as fast as I could. Probably Leoko too. But no, actually, pretty good show of sportsmanship here for INFERUS. That was pretty refreshing. That was nice to see. All right, you guys, it is time for our second match of 3 of the evening. As you can see, it's going to be Ryan Sacramento taking on Jamal Pelismo. Now, I hate to play favorites in this series, but Ryan Sacramento is honestly my favorite. Like, I don't know why. When I created Ryan Sacramento, it was like giving birth to a child, because he just became my favorite guy. And I could not get enough of him, and he's been winning a lot lately. Like, honestly, if I were scripting this and if I were playing as guys, like, this would be how it would turn out. This season is just perfect. I mean, this guy, I think he has like 2 wins. He's got, I want to say, no, maybe not. Maybe he's got 1 win. He's got 7 points. Yeah, I think, yeah, he only has 7 points. But, I don't know, if he gets another 7 points tonight, he'll have 14. If he gets 10 points, he'll have 17, which is going to be even better. He'll be tied for first if he gets 10 points. Or he could lose. He could always lose. Jamal Pelismo has also been on a roll. I believe he has 10 points. So, because he got 1 submission win. So, he has the points advantage over Sacramento tonight. So, if Jamal can get another submission win, that would be insane, because he would be in first place. I believe the current first place points holder is Ron Zambuto, I want to say. But, yeah, I believe that's first place. And then, like, you got a bunch of guys with 10 points in second place. And then you got the 7-pointers, and you got the 0-pointers. Like, INFERUS and Leoko, I believe, are the only 0-pointers. still left in this. But look at Jamal Pelismo. Look at the build of this guy. He's just the monster out of Jamaica. You really don't see a lot of huge Jamaican guys, or Jamaican guys, period. We have like Kofi Kingston and that's pretty much it. But yeah, he wants to, Jamal told me in an interview, I should have televised this interview, but I didn't. He told me that his dream in life was always to become the first Jamaican-born world champion in SG Gaming League. Or champion, period. I mean, he just wants to be... Wait, was Kofi Kingston ever champion in SG Gaming League? I don't think he was. No, Kofi Kingston was ever a champion. So, you know, he wants to be the first Jamaican-born champion. Preferably world champion. But I would love to see him do it. Honestly, both these guys I like. Because Jamal, he's just, you know, I would love to see him win. And then if he doesn't win, I'd love to see Ryan Sacramento win. So I really have no favoritism in this match. I remember the first time Jamal had a match, he was like considerably like way smaller than his opponent. He's only smaller now because he's only, I mean, he's a short guy. He's a big guy, but he's short. I mean, he's I believe he's like 5'10", maybe 5'9". And Ryan Sacramento's around 6'1", 6'2", so he's definitely got the height advantage over Jamal Pelismo. But right now, Pelismo is not letting that bother him. He's got him in a triangle choke. And just pounding as hard as he can with the forearm over the Ryan Sacramento shaggy head. Well, have you ever like really taken the time to appreciate the tattoo Ryan Sacramento's got on his arm? That is the greatest piece of ink I've ever seen in NXT history. He deserves a tattoo award for this season, and for, you know, every season. But oh, here's something I want to talk to you guys about. Here is something I found, or I thought of to talk to you guys about. Next year, because I will be continuing NXT into next year in 2K14, and the arena is going to be the current NXT arena, and that's going to be awesome. Because right now, like, the arena, like, it's kind of getting stale. Like, this is the arena that they had back in, like, 2010, 2011, and you know, it's kind of getting stale. So now I would love to see the new arena, because we're going to be doing NXT season, I'll probably be up to like season 3, season 4 at that point. I don't know if I'm going to do another season in this game. Next game though, because there's only 10 weeks per season, next game I am going to do like 3 or 4 seasons of NXT. I guarantee you we will have the first world champion to come out of NXT. I guarantee that by next year, or by, you know, by the end of next year. Because, you know, Chris Stevenson, winner of NXT season number 1, he was sort of a flop. I mean, he did not do anything. He has not done anything since he got out of NXT. He sucked in NXT, won the tournament at the end for some reason, and then won the whole thing. So and then he went to WWE. He debuted on like the episode 2 of Universe Mode, or you know, week 2 of Universe Mode, and then he lost to Justin Gabriel. Then he was in like a tag team match with David Otunga, lost that, and then I put him down in an FCW and he lost to Cassius Ohno. So this guy is just not. He's not the ideal NXT competitor. I wanted to see a guy come out of NXT and like win championships, win world title matches, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But that was just not the case for Chris Stevenson. He ended up sucking in WWE. So hopefully whichever guy wins this season of NXT will be a success. And I made sure of that because I put NXT as like a show in Universe Mode. Like, it's on the schedule, so their momentum is going to be transferred over to the actual show when they debut. So that's going to be fun to watch. And the reason why that didn't happen last season was because I did it in like exhibition mode. Like, I did NXT all in exhibition mode, and which was stupid because, you know, they really. And then I did like the tournament at the end in Universe Mode, like on the Superstars brand, or on the, I changed it to NXT. But and then like it seemed like Chris Stevenson had like a complete start over in momentum, and then he just started winning everything, and then he didn't debut until this season when he started to suck again. So I don't know what to deal with him. I don't know what his problem is. But whatever's going on with Chris Stevenson, he better step it up, because he needs to start winning matches. If to avoid being released from FCW, which is pretty low, if you're released from my D League, then you suck really bad, because he started from the top and now he's here. He started. I mean, there's very few guys who can say that. He started from the Raw, and now he is in danger of getting released from FCW. So I feel bad for him. I mean, you know, he had a couple lucky matches in that tournament, and I think Michael Duggan should have won the tournament, but that was not to be. And Jamal going for the pin, just getting a 1 count, and Ryan Sacramento just launching himself into Jamal with the clothesline. And what's he doing now? Oh, he's got the triangle choke, kind of reversing the roles here. You just saw Jamal do that to him a little while ago. But he's got him in a headlock now. And it looks like, oh, just a face buster, just breaking his nose almost. And oh, Chris Stevenson, is this gonna be the finishing move? Oh, I don't know. I think that was maybe a signature or something. Uh-oh, it's time for the finishing maneuver. I forget what it is, but it better be something cool. What's it gonna be? What? It's not an execution. I didn't make it an execution. That's bullshit. But anyways, he does get a 3 count, and Ryan Sacramento will win this match. Looks like he'll be up to 14 points in this series, which is a milestone for him. I think he's like the first guy ever to get 14 points. He's now in 2nd place, and it looks like there's gonna be another cutscene here. It's just a day of cutscenes. We never get cutscenes in SG Gaming, and it's the same thing. Very nice sportsmanship shown by Jamal Pelismo. Alright, you guys, it's time for our main event of the evening. As you guys can see, it is Victor Sapp walking out here. He is one of my favorites in this tournament. He's like Vladimir Kozlov mixed with Ryback. I feel like he has the potential to be a huge success in SG Gaming League if he were to win this. And I believe right now he either has 10 points or 7 points. I feel like it's 7 points, but I could be wrong. And I guess we're gonna see at the end of this. I'm gonna show the updated leaderboard at the end of this. I just forget what was on it, but yeah, it'll be updated from today. And after this match, I'll show it to you. But his opponent tonight, I'm sorry I did not show the title screen. It didn't not work out like that today. I accidentally cut it out. But as you can see, it is Brian Ralston. Brian Ralston has a little bit of a rough start. He actually lost to Jamal Pelismo a little while ago, and it was like on the last episode, or his last match he was in. So he's currently 0-1. Brian Ralston, country boy, he needs a win tonight. He needs a big win over a very big competitor, very game competitor in Victor Sapp. This was a random match, by the way. This isn't, you know, this is before I lost my random match thing. I recorded this, so this is just whatever happens was decided by the random device I use. I don't know what I'm saying, but he was a guy that I thought had a lot of potential to go very far in this series. So I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see what's going to happen. This is a match that has the potential to be really, really good. I mean, you got two guys that are Brian Ralston. He's a big, muscular guy. Victor Sapp is way bigger and way more muscular guy. So it's going to come down to skill in this. If Victor Sapp wins this match, it's going to be because of his power and his size advantage. If Brian Ralston wins this match, it's going to be because of his speed and his technique. Let's say his technical advantage. But right now he's got him on the turnbuckle. It looks like tornado DDT right off the top, landing him right in the middle of the ring, and he just throws an elbow straight for the sternum, and he's got the arm cranked. Looks like a White Russian leg sweep for Victor Sapp, right into the hard part of the ring over there. And Victor was about to run him over, but Brian Ralston just too quick. What's he going to do here? Uh-oh, Victor with a big clothesline just flooring Brian Ralston. That's the Victor Sapp we were waiting for. He's got him in a headlock. His whole arsenal is pretty much power moves. He's like I said, he is the exact mix of a Ryback and Vladimir Kozlov hybrid. And that's what's awesome about him. But Ralston just flying right into Victor here. Now he's got the headlock, and Brian Ralston reverses that one. Oh, he's just pounding him right into the floor. Poor guy. Just tossing him back into the ring. And Victor with a big elbow drop. And I did want to mention this, you guys. Next, if you haven't been watching Universe Mode, if you're just watching NXT, which very few people just watch my NXT, it's usually like, you know, you watch everything. But if you're not watching Universe Mode, you really should be watching it. We're getting down to the last couple months of Universe Mode. It's taken us this long to get to the last couple months because I was seriously lazy. But that will not happen in next year. But we are down to Money in the Bank qualifying matches. We've already started those. We already know that Justin Gabriel and Rey Mysterio will be entered into the Money in the Bank match at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. We're gonna have two. We're gonna have one for Raw and one for SmackDown. So we're gonna have qualifying matches on both shows. And I can't wait for Money in the Bank. It's gonna be awesome. And then after that, we have our Royal Rumble pay-per-view, which is my favorite pay-per-view of the year. I love the Royal Rumble. And then after that, we've got not Extreme Rules. What am I saying? Elimination Chamber. After that is WrestleMania. WrestleMania will be the be-all, end-all. And this tournament, this NXT, it's going to be over by then. So it's probably going to be over by the Royal Rumble. So we might see a couple of these guys, or one of these guys, whoever wins, we might see him participate in the Royal Rumble. Who knows? That would be a huge way to start off their career. If one of these guys were to win the Royal Rumble, that would be awesome. Huge way to start off the career. But yeah, anyways, we're going to get back to this match right here. Victor Sapp just sort of getting manhandled by Brian Ralston. This is a bit of an upset. But Ralston's got him in the pin. Just a 1 count, Brian Ralston. And he has just pretty much been dominating this entire match so far. And but Victor's got the arm crank. He wants to come back. Just pounding right on his throat with that elbow. Now Victor he just has to use what brought him to the game. He has to use that power. And just like that, with the sort of Olympic wrestling slam type thing, he's got him in a headlock, and Ralston reverses it with the atomic drop. And looks like Sapp's feeling the effects, but oh, Brian Ralston with that finishing maneuver, the knee trembler. Looks like he might get the pin here. He might win it. 1, 2, and 3 with that knee trembler out of nowhere. He takes out Victor Sapp, getting his first 7 points in this series. That's very exciting. Wow, what a win we just saw. It looks like there's going to be no cutscene this time, because Victor Sapp's pretty unconscious from that knee. He's moving a little bit, but, you know. Wow, what a win for Brian Ralston. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next week when the tag team matches kick off. See who's gonna be friends, who's gonna be foes, who's gonna work, who won't. But anyways, you guys, thanks for watching. Boss Stands Tall is out. Oh wait, no, I don't even have to say that yet because I still have this thing to go. Never mind. I completely forgot we had to go over the leaderboard. But as you guys can see here, our updated leaderboard: Ron Zambuto in first with 17 points. Ryan Sacramento quickly climbing, and you can see the rest of those guys. But now that is it for me, you guys. Boss Stands Tall is out.